Hello everyone, I hope you've had a great day so far and that you're doing well. For this video we'll be going through a contents review of the high grade 1-144 Strike Freedom Gundam, and this is from Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny, released by Bandai back in 2005. So with that being said, this is not the Revive version, which I wouldn't have done a video on because it was pre-YouTube. But I did do on my Instagram. This is the original Strike Freedom that, as I said, came out back in 2005. So being a contents review, there won't be a box to go through, just what would have been included in the box, with one caveat. The Strike Freedom Gundam, in this case, for this one, will be missing two, I believe it's two, pieces from the E-Runner, which I've actually used on another Strike Freedom to basically double the effect parts. So I'll call it out when we finally get that, but it'll be 99.95% of everything. But when we look through the parts, I'll at least point it out. So in the normal world, if you do pick up the Strike Freedom Gundam, at least this one, you will have everything included, of course. In terms of picking one up, I'll also include a link to the Strike Freedom over at HobbyLink Japan in the description. So, pressing forward, here we have the front of the manual of the Strike Freedom. So, top of the manual has a nice image of the completed kit, which has been professionally painted and touched up, so it does look a bit more snazzier than what it would look like if it was straight out of the box. We do have a blurb of Strike Freedom, albeit in Japanese, image of Kira, and a front line art of the Strike Freedom, as well as a visual of the Strike Freedom and the Destiny. In terms of the inside, so on the top left, shot of the Freedom with its various bits of equipment and weapons. Likewise, a bit more information on the bottom left. And since I did mention there are some missing parts, so these two clear effect parts that are basically supporting the Dragoons as they shoot off from the backpack basically won't be present on the runner because I have used them elsewhere. So that's what I'm referring to, but I will admit to have some of these effect parts for Strike Freedom. I think even the Destiny had some effect parts as well. It was really good back in the day. Right side of the manual, interior, front and rear shot of the Strike Freedom, color guide in the middle, and just some shots of the weapons and detailing, and some of the lineup. So the Andrew Warfield Gaia and the Infinite Justice. Parts list. So everything that we need to have a look at will be here. It is this E-Runner. On the right side, those two parts numbered 3 and 4 will not be present in this review, but everything else is still intact. In terms of the build, pretty straightforward for build of the early to mid 2000s. Build the torso and the head. The weapons, which I still don't know why they were done so early on, but given that they were pretty much integrated into the hands thereafter, it does make sense. We have the arms, we have the waist, and the feet. Moving through to the legs, the side skirting with the railguns, putting everything together, then putting the top and the bottom together, then the backpack, and the weapons, and how to equip some of them, deploy the railguns, and then lastly on the back, the railguns do neatly store behind in the waist, and you can put both the rifles there, and then lastly the deploying of some of the dragoons with this nice effect part, which if you've seen the, I suddenly can't remember the name of the, I want to say Wings of Light, but I could be getting confused with the Destiny. But the P-Bandai version of the revive of this does simulate this dragon deployment and intensifies it a good amount compared to the 2005 release. So that was the manual, which we've now had a look at. We do have a sticker sheet, relatively small, more so in the color correcting for some of the red and the white. The eyes are pretty standard. As for the runners, so we do have two A runners, but I'll start with A1, given it is a multicolor runner. We have a bit of red, a little bit of yellow, and the rest of the runner is predominantly that dark royal blue type color. So that was A1. In terms of A2, it's actually unique in this sense. A2 is in that not so great looking gold, which probably has improved since, but these will pretty much be your joints, hand manipulators and things like that. That's not too bad. At least they did make an effort to try and make the colors somewhat distinct. We have a B runner all in white, legs, upper thighs, ankle skirt armor, shoulders, front and rear skirting, arms, head, basically everything that is white is pretty much on this runner. That was the B runner. We have a C runner in blue, so you will see all of the dragoons, feet, more feet, torso, and I believe that is for the shoulders. So that's the C runner. We have the D runner in that palish baby blue, loose shadow grey type colour. Bit of the waist, chest, most likely part of the backpack, and the rest is pretty much for the weapons. So that's the D runner. The E runner, as I mentioned, this would be where each of those support pieces for the dragoon effect would be. Otherwise, we do still have the tomb beam sabers and the shield happily attached. So if you ever pick this kit up, don't worry, these are not blank pieces. And then lastly, we have, when I put it the right way, Polycap 1, 2, 3, and in typical Strike Freedom color, it is in gold. And this gold actually does look a bit better than the actual A2 runner. Don't know why, but it just does. So that brings us to an end of the contents review for the Strike Freedom Gundam, the 2005 version. For the time, it would have been a very solid and good build. It has aged a bit. The Revive kit has naturally improved on everything of the 2005 and modernized it quite nicely, but I think there's still some good attributes of the 2005 Strike Freedom. And I think I was trying to put one together, was trying to color correct it, and then things happened. So I still have a Strike Freedom to well and truly work on. In fact, I think I have another Strike Freedom that was very much in my older, just straight build with minimal detailing, which is where the Dragoon Effect parts are currently residing. One of these days I actually might do a picture of it, post it on Instagram, see how things go. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there will be a product link to the Strike Freedom Gundam over at Hobby Link Japan in the video description. thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does help support the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account, link below. Stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in the next video. See ya.